Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in again. Today we have a shiny new electric scooter from Teverun called the Fighter Q. Today we're going to unbox it, I'm going to set it up, turn it on, then we're going to take it for a little spin, and the review will come in a separate video. So with that out of the way, let's get into the unboxing. I'm going to try to do it with let's do it with a flathead screwdriver today. So this is factory sealed from Teverun, but it was provided by Super Scoots. Super Scoots is a Canadian distributor for these. If you buy it from Super Scoots, you're going to get this set up if you want. So they'll do it all for you. But this one, because it is factory sealed, we are going to have to set it up ourselves. So in the box, very well packaged, by the way, I must say. You get a hat. A sweet, sweet Teverun hat. Well, that's going on right now. Excellent. Then we also have manual, some sort of a multi-tool, kind of cool. Then we have charger stuff. Super Scoots. I have to find out what that is. Now, this scooter is, it's currently on for like 1,300 Canadian dollars, which puts it right in line with like a 9-bot Max G2. This one is 58 volt, running almost 700 watt hours, and it's also dual motor. So this thing's gonna have a heck of a lot more pep than one of those sort of traditional 9-bot scooters. Now, I don't know how to do this gracefully, so I think I'm gonna just set it to the side and do it that way perhaps. This thing's 60 pounds, so it's kind of hard to do on a table. All right, let's take off some of these zap straps. Very well packaged though. It's a very premium feeling scooter at first thoughts. Like honestly, like it feels chunky, and obviously that's not real carbon fiber, but it looks good though. It does look good. Okay, so this one looks like it comes with the, okay. So this comes with the on-road tire. I think you can ask for it for an off-road tire as well. And this one has the, this has a thumb throttle, and I think you can also get it with a finger throttle too, if you prefer that. So you do have a couple options. It's a very nice looking scoot. Here's our little remote control for the NFC. And my ceiling is right here. So I'm not gonna be able to assemble this in the studio. It looks a lot cleaner, all black. Anyways, let's go to the garage and set this bad boy up. This actually looks really straightforward. As far as I can tell, it's just mounting the handlebar, getting the levers set up, tightening them down to where you want them, and then just mounting the light. After that, I'm gonna check the tire pressure, double check the brake cable play. Other than that, it seems pretty straightforward. Then I'm gonna charge it, then we can go for a ride. So yeah, that literally took 9 minutes, and that was me messing around with the ergonomics and stuff too. But yeah, upon further inspection, it's a really nice feeling scooter. The fit and finish is good. The wiring is clean. It's got seals everywhere. It does have a waterproof rating. The 8.5-inch tube tires feel really nice. Even the suspension, even though it's non-adjustable suspension, it feels good. Obviously we're gonna give that a test, but I'll show you guys how this thing turns on. Out of the box, when you first get this, you have to press this little orange button under here to turn it on. It's gonna flash. You need to squeeze a brake lever, any brake lever, and then see how it's flashing NFC. This is when you gotta get out your fancy NFC card and stick it on there, okay? Now, It's on right now. It's at 49%. Out of the box, unfortunately, all of these come with a 25 kilometer an hour speed limit. The good news is it's easily unlockable. All you have to do, guys, is you hold down this button, the bottom button here, and then I believe you press the top button, and then it's off. Then you're at 50 kilometers an hour. But the good thing is like at 25 kilometers an hour, it doesn't matter what gear you're in, you can give this to kids. So this is like a great Christmas present. And once they get more skill, you can unlock it automatically and turn it up. You don't have to cut any wires or anything like that. Pretty cool. Anyways, it's at 49%. So I'm gonna throw it on the charger and then we can hit the road.
All right, so this Teverun Fighter Q is fully charged and ready to go. So before we take off, we will just kind of go through some of the external features on this bad boy. So we have turn signals. The turn signals are in the deck, not the brightest, but they are there. There's one on the front, one on the back, right there. And then right turn signal, obviously, same deal. We have a headlight in the front, which doesn't look that bright. Haven't tested it yet though. It's there. We have a cute little Teverun horn, standard Teverun horn. And then honestly, a really nice display for the price. I'm actually kind of blown away by how nice this display is when you consider the price of this thing. But as I said, right now it's in 25 kilometer an hour mode and we're on mode 1. By the way, this thing also defaults to both motors running. If you can see an F and an R on there, you can change that by holding down the M button here for 5 seconds. Now we're in rear. Now we're in front. Now we're in both. So let's take off in the lowest gear. And that is very slow. 11 kilometers an hour. So you could literally give this to anyone and they are not going to get too scared. The next one, let's go to gear 2. Let's try that one. Also just as gentle of an acceleration. I did turn the acceleration down a little bit in the app. I'll show you guys how to do that. Out of the box, it's still fine though, because this has dual 500 watt motors. They're not super scary, guys. Even though it's 58 volts, it's pretty reasonable. So there we go, sort of 18 kilometers an hour on that. And then obviously gear 3 is gonna be your 25 kilometers an hour. I don't really feel any acceleration difference between the three. I think that's just a top speed thing. So now if we get out of this loud area, we will change to 50 kilometers an hour. So now I have to take this guy and unlock it by just like that, and then that. Okay, now we're at 50, and we're in gear 3. Woo! And I think it'll do 50. I think it will. Here we go. 35. 42. This thing's got some pep. 46. 48. 48.7. Okay, maybe it's not going to do it with my weight. I'm stuck at 48.7. But still, I mean, I am hauling some ass. Oh, 49.7, but I'm a bit of a downhill. I'm hauling ass for an affordable entry-level price scooter. Let's be honest. Most scooters in this price range do not go nearly this fast. Pretty cool. The brakes are honestly really good as usual for Teverun. Almost too good. To be honest with you, I actually prefer the cable brakes on the Teverun stuff. I find the hydraulic ones a little bit too anxious for the sort of riding that I do. Let's get into the app quick. Like I said, this is not a full review. I'm not an expert on the scooter yet. I'm just simply showing you guys what it is. So on the app, let me boot it up here. It's called Teverun. So if we click on the settings icon here, I don't know if you guys can see this. Go on advanced settings. There's EABS level. That's sort of your generative braking. That's by default set to 5. I tried turning it up and down on this, and because the motors aren't super powerful, I didn't notice a huge difference. The start level is sort of your acceleration. That was set to 5 by default. And if you have it set to sport mode and everything, it'll actually chirp the tires a bit. So I just set it to 3. It feels like a more natural acceleration to me, but you can play around with that. But yeah, anyways, here's the app that kind of does everything I think you can probably do on the buttons, maybe a little bit more obviously in the settings, like what I just showed you. You can't do that through the buttons, but I'd say a majority of these you can do through the buttons, which is pretty nice. But yeah, honestly, this scooter is really comfy for my size at 5'10". I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it because it actually physically is a quite a small scooter. If you put this next to a 9-bot in sort of like a bicycle parkade, it wouldn't really take up any more real estate. So if you're concerned about that, like let's say you want a bit more performance, but you are space constrained, this is not really going to take up any more space. And man, yeah, you can really cover distance with this thing. Holy. The deck size, I have size 10 US shoes, and it's a little bit bigger than your typical commuter size deck. I would feel pretty comfortable riding this all the way through its battery life without having to get off it, especially with the suspension. This stem, on the other hand, as far as I can see, is non-adjustable, and it does feel a little low. It's not uncomfortable for me at all. Would I like it to be another inch or two higher, even at my height? Probably, but it is not affecting my posture or anything like that. Like, I'm still fully upright. It's just, if you're a tall person, you might find the stem a little bit low. But let's go take it on some bumps. Here's some good bumps right here, actually. Another nice thing is this thing is stable all the way up to its maximum speed, which you don't always get with electric scooters and specifically Teverun. So this one you can go all the way up. There we go. Testing that suspension. It feels good. It feels like it's working. If this was a solid frame, I would be bounced. I don't think I'd even be on the scooter. I'd probably be kicked off. That's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. So if there's one pet peeve I have, a little negative right off the bat, is the folding mechanism has a little 90-degree lock on it, and it's very hard to pull out. So this is your folding mechanism here, and this is your locking pin. This actually has to pull out to turn so you can lock it, so you can unlock it rather. I am having a really tough time pulling this out. I almost feel like I need pliers. If there was like a little handle or something, I feel like I'd be able to get it in. That's just my one complaint so far. Pretty minor. But anyways, guys, for those who have stuck around to the end, I actually have a pretty amazing coupon code for you guys. So this is provided by Super Scoots. They are the true Teverun experts. I am not. I just make videos and try to give you my best thoughts on it. But they are going to give you guys a pretty sweet sale. I believe it's between November 27th and December 28th of this year, 2025. If you use my coupon code LandoCycle at checkout, this scooter right now is regular $1,400. You will get it for $1,000 Canadian. And I believe they also ship to the US. And you'll also get a carrying case with it. So for $1,000 Canadian with a carrying case, it has tons of performance. It's built well. So to me, it's a no-brainer and a pretty sweet Christmas present for any kid. So yeah, thanks for sticking around to the end. I'm going to do some range tests on this, do a bunch more testing, get really familiar with it before I give you guys a review. But I just thought I'd give you this first thoughts video for now. But thanks for watching to the end, and I'll catch you guys in another video. See you later.